All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Thursday, August 6, 2020. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for beaming in, stopping by. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Never take what we say to be 100% fact, 100% word, 100% truth. Do your own research, connect your own dots, come to your own conclusions based off all of that. We always encourage that here. In my 20 years of research, I have kicked in many doors. Folks, the day of people that don't do research, people that are busy in their lives and by structure, no doubt, but the ones that come home after a long day and just cut through the living room or in their kitchen cooking up a meal, and they got the news on in the other room, CNN, no doubt, and they hear a tidbit on something and they get shoved the official narrative, and they're the ones that we're up against. They call you a conspiracy theorist for looking into something for 2 months, one subject, and you come to all these angles and finances and you follow the paper trail. You try to present that and it's just overload. They don't get it. All they know is that's not what CNN said. That is not research. We cannot let those people call you or me or anyone else the conspiracist. Lots of crazy news. Joe Biden talking about if he wins, he'll stop building the wall. We'll destroy our sovereignty. We don't need it anymore. Unbelievable. Folks, everything we've been reporting on, everything we've been building up to is now here. John Durham is now requesting to interview the last person in the chain that we've always told you, John Brennan. And literally they stopped all grand juries from convening with the COVID, with the fear-mongering of social distancing and you must wear a mask, even though we got a 99.8% survival rate. Yes, we shut the world down over that. Biden couldn't fill up a truck stop restroom, a VFW on the side of a highway, and they needed to stop that. The illusion of there's actually people that support has been dwindling. It was harder and harder to pull off. There was no way that, with Trump filling up arenas of 30,000 and 20 to 30 outside couldn't get in to go against Biden. That illusion has been destroyed. So their only option was, since they could not get them out time after time after time, was to shut down the world. And by God, these people really did that. There is a true list of people, and we don't need to go over that much more. You guys can find that. I did a video. Let me shut this one down. I did a video the other day on a Marc Dutroux from Belgium, known as the murderer of Belgium. The crazy story about how he, time after time, a few times in a row, was caught and only did a very light sentence, and then did more things to kids, to in the trafficking game. And the point of that was as much like Epstein here, got away with it, was able to operate under Clinton, under Bush, under Obama, got caught, 40 people, witnesses, and willing to come forward, and underage people, and he only got a 18-month sentence where he was able to leave 12 hours a day, Monday through Saturday, stay on Sunday all day, and stay overnight. Very crazy. And like, if you don't get it by now, the people that keep asking, why haven't these people gone down? Well, the people that aren't letting people go down, or the investigations to further, or to put in the paperwork to actually go get somebody, are complicit. They've been blackmailed. They are part of it. You can look at it at many different angles. That's what they do. This is how the structure works. You put people, gatekeepers, so to say, in the way in certain areas. You don't need to have the whole agency twisted and manipulated. You just need the key people. And Attorney General Barr requested the attorney that was in charge of the whole thing prosecute. Why hasn't Maxwell been arrested yet? And he refused. And then it was like, well, why don't you step down? I refuse. So Trump then fired him. The very person they put in, boom, Maxwell gets arrested right away. Enough evidence is sitting there. The other guy refused. So there you go. There's like a person in the way. Remember, Trump doesn't go and knock on doors with handcuffs. He doesn't arrest Hillary on day one that he becomes president. You order a corrupt FBI to go arrest her, they would just tell you they just investigated her. They found nothing worth, prosecuting. That's what Comey said. And so little words. Comey was thrown under the bus yesterday by Sally. Was it Sally Yates? I always get the Sallys mixed up. But let's take a look at a few headliners here. Again, if you're planning on coming to the August 14th and 15th Patriot Fest, make sure you email at patriotsfest2020@gmail.com. Take a look down below. All the links are there. We appreciate all the support for helping us. People are sending things in left and right. I actually want to take a minute here in a few minutes and show you a few shirts. So D&I Ratcliffe, will you please address deep state actions to hide the truth through redactions and slow walking? Joe Biden, there's that. Stop the border. One way or another, corrupt Judge Emmett Sullivan should be soon face off with General Flynn. It's happening. U.S. Attorney John Durham is requested to interview. So U.S. Attorney John Durham has asked to interview former CIA Director John Brennan, who has agreed to be interviewed, and the details are being worked out. John Brennan knows he's in the crosshairs of the Durham investigation into the Russia collusion hoax, used as an excuse to spy on Trump and the campaign and Trump administration after they won. We know where all this goes. We know that he's going to probably show up. What do we expect to get out of him? I don't know. I don't think he's going to tell much truth. Hopefully, we already know we got it all. But for formality, they're going to sit down with the guy. See what he says. Everything we've been witnessing is because Trump won. This is all, they lost control. They needed to get him out at all costs. And when they couldn't, here's what we're dealing with now. Paper ballots to vote in November by mail. Don't do it, folks. You show up at all costs. You demand to vote in your local areas. We, the people, demand our right to vote that way. We'll never get the results. If you can think back to all the last elections and sitting up till late in the night, you get a pretty good idea who's winning by midnight or whatever, because you can see the votes coming in. By paper vote, we'll have excuse after excuse of why they can't tell us we don't have them. There's been some missing. We need to get to the bottom of it. It'd be unfair to come out and say that this person won in this area without really getting all the votes in. And we'll never get it. January 20th of 2021 will come, Inauguration Day, and Pelosi's going to have to step in until we get this figured out, because they didn't get the results they wanted. They couldn't cheat enough. So whether they plan on cheating or not, they're going to plan on stalling and delaying, and that'll be the highlight of 2020. With everything else going on, this is all they got. No doubt. No doubt. That's how sick they are. Covering up their crimes is all they got left to do. Still got a lot of corrupt players involved in certain areas that are in the way. But not for much longer. Like we said, Durham's investigation will not lead to a report that we get to read about. We'll hear about it through the arrests that start happening. And then we'll report on that. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I want to look at a few other things here. What a long day. We did about a 3-hour live stream, 2.5 hour at least. Earlier this afternoon, if you have to catch that. If you didn't, it's available for you too. We had a great show with Scott and Dr. Zach. He'll be back again after the Patriot Fest here sometime in September. Looking for this fall to start a weekly guaranteed show for you, so it can be set in on your calendars weekly and you know what time to catch us, so maybe you can make sure you can call in the future. We're looking at an evening show, possibly a 6 p.m. or so, something like that. We're gonna see what works best for everybody, and we will get back to you on that. Again, take a look down below. Let me show you a few of the shirts. We're gonna be at the fest. It's a great one. I had one of them before. Scott's got it. Now we got another one. But these are going to be for some lucky people. Hillary, HRC can't suicide us all. These are great. It's a glow in the dark. Neither did Vince Foster. I like that. I love the flags on shirts, folks. Digital soldiers. Yes, we are. So I want to give a big shout out again to Jet Custom Screen Printing. I'll get that number out there for you. And we got tons of cards we're going to be handing out. Plus, yep, there we go. So, make sure we're going to hand these out. You'll see. It's a little game. They got it all organized for us. How awesome. You'll see more of that. Again, Jet Custom Screen Printing. For all of your printing needs, they can take care of it. All right, we're going to shut this one down. Again, I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you, and we'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update video. Have a great evening, and make sure you are subscribed. Again, listen to everybody, read everything you can, and believe none of it until you can verify. People that take time to just sit there and tell you who to listen to and who not to without giving you any reason, have an agenda. We always try to tell you to be wary. Careful who you follow.